Look, listen. People pass by your window every day whose lives are nothing but toil without respite. You live but 2 blocks from the Bargello prison, yet you don't hear the screams of men who have forgotten pretty. I did look, but I didn't see, and for that I am no better than the rest of my clan. Worse, in fact. For what did I do to the boy who tried to open my eyes? The one who I now know I love better than all others? He is dead. All that remains of him is rotted black flesh over bone, and I'm the one who killed him. The year was 1478. My name was Lorenza Pazzi, but everyone called me Flora. I had 11 brothers and sisters. I was the last daughter in my father's house. Now there are days I feel I am just the last. So, off rip, this one part speaks specifically, not specifically to me, but this part speaks out to me because Flora, this is where we see Flora and her internalized guilt becoming more external. Because moments after this, she does something that would require one to think, oh, this is why she feels so guilty all the time. Um, it strikes me because the reason that she thinks she's guilty, she is what one would call you okay. No one would call her a pathological liar because she just is a young girl. In the time, she's no older than I think it was 14 or 13 at the time. So I feel the intention for this part specifically, what the author Mary had intended was for us to see the mindset that Flora was going through. And that's how she expresses how she feels throughout so far. Because she is supposedly one of the last of her family. Um, it gives the time period gives the illusion, or not illusion, but the alliteration, not alliteration. It gives the idea, we'll just go with idea for right now. It gives the idea that it's almost a Romeo and Juliet, but one family is supposedly all dead or in jail, which makes it interesting because I guess they were supposed to make it more surprising when you find out what happens to the rest of the family. I never I read it a few times to see what I was supposed to feel. I feel more shocked, so it was entertaining because without thinking first off, oh, who did this child go and murder? I would just think she was abandoned after her entire family died or was lawfully imprisoned by their rival enemies of the family, which is also why I think this is a Romeo and Juliet spin-off, if you would. But there's going to be more wealth, well, including from the one child Flora. Considering she's only a child, I do think that it was important that we have this internal monologue to herself from a flashback perspective. because without it, we wouldn't see what type of person she thinks she is, or what type of person maybe her siblings thought she was when they were around her. Which makes sense on why she expresses that the only kind people in her family were, well, were her grandmother and her older sister. So I feel like that the the figures of the outside of her family would also impact her on why she believes that this is also her fault because of what she has done in the past.